Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cute as Fuck. I'm your host Rugawd, and for today's guest we've got NDO, a wonderfully talented local R&B artist. Today we're gonna be making this cute little mushroom man. He's a keychain. Yeah, he's adorable. Let's get into making this guy. What we're gonna wanna do for the first step is take this piece of felt and make sure that it's double-sided like that.
Okay. I can do that. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna cut out the body for our little mushroom man. So just like some sort of little, try to make it look like that. I don't really know what to call that shape. Probably like a fancy eye, like a fancy little lowercase I. And just try your best to cut out in that pattern. So it doesn't have to be perfect. They can have a little character. We're all a little janky, and that's okay. If you don't get it right the first time you cut it out, that's fine. You can always round out the edges. First time I made one of these little guys, that's what I had to do. See how janky that looks a little bit? You can always just kind of like round out the edges. Wow, yours looks way better than mine.
Okay.
Good job. Yo.
Well, I'm not done. I'm not done.
All right, well, we shall see.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay.
Got it?
Kinda.
Oh yeah, yours is not that bad. Trust me. Look at how deformed my guy looks. He's ugly. He is ugly. But that's okay, man. Ugly duckling. He'll start out ugly, but we gonna make him beautiful.
Yeah, he gonna be cute.
Yeah, he gonna be cute.
He gonna be real cute.
So you're gonna take this part right here and cut out like a little smile pattern.
You just like do
Yeah, I just kind of try my best to cut out like a little smiley face. So I just start at one of the edges and just start to cut out like a little round part.
Mine's gonna look like he's in pain.
Aww. I mean,
oh no, it looks like a little Hitler mustache. No.
Just round out your edges. Just round out your edges. That's all. Either way, once you've cut that out, you're gonna place that on just one side, whatever side you choose to be the front, somewhere in the center. And you're gonna take your iron and you're gonna put that iron on there and just kind of like press it on there. So at this point, your iron should be hot enough. With one of these patches, it shouldn't take more than like, thought I was gonna touch that, huh? I know better. Okay, so while she's figuring that out for 45 seconds, the next thing that you're going to do with this guy is you're going to poke holes where you want the eyes to be. And we're going to take our little eyes and stick them in there. It's all about the expression. So here, let me give you a couple eyepieces. So these are the eyepieces that we're going to use. There's two for you.
Did you use these to poke the eyes?
No, I'm actually going to poke the eyes now. So what you can do is you can take like a push pin.
Okay.
And you're going to use the push pin as a marker for where you want the eyes to be.
Okay.
Hey, there he is.
Oh no.
You got it?
Look like. Oh, it's not that bad. It's kind of cute.
Show the people.
It's kind of cute.
He's got character. Okay, and so once you've got his face kind of going, you're going to want to then take some black thread and give him some expressions, He doesn't have to be like all happy looking like this. You can invert the eyebrows to make him angry and kind of menacing. Like that little purple devil emoji for anyone who has an iPhone out there. That's tier 1 emoji right there. Alright, so you're gonna kind of thread that through. Once you've got it, just cut off as much as you need to tie a knot in the back.
How did you do?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not. That is not it.
Just tie a couple knots in the back.
Okay.
To make sure that it's secure. For added security, I like to use that Gorilla Glue, the fabric Gorilla Glue, just to make sure that it gets down, because we are going to be sewing through these parts again. This is what it should look like once you've sewn the back end together. And you want to make sure that there's like a little pocket in there so that you can put some stuffing in there. So we're actually going to stuff him now. But, a little bit at a time. You can use a pencil or some scissors to get that stuffing in there. And, just until he's nice and fat. He's a well-fed mushroom.
Is it going all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, we're gonna try to fill it out as much as you can. This is like, it's basically like a plushie doll almost.
Can it just be a troll?
Show the camera that.
This is, I think I'm gonna stop right here like this.
No!
Oh no, it would go so much better with my angry one, right?
Yeah. He looks cool as hell though. Alright, so anyways, you just want to make sure that he's nice and stuffed. That's all. And then at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to put this part down, and then you're going to cut out some of these little red mushroom tops. Just try to cut out the best oval that you can. Or circle. It doesn't, you know, again.
Mine is gonna look like a square probably. I don't know how do you even...
I don't know either. I'm just doing it. So there you go. Once you've cut this guy out, that's going to be his like little toad head. And you know, the bigger, the cuter, right? So you're gonna cut out those little white circles and you're gonna sew those on. And the reason I encourage you to sew those on is because it adds this little like textured effect onto our mushroom man. So let's go ahead and start sewing. And you're gonna wanna sew that with the white thread. Again, it doesn't have to be the white thread, but that's what we're doing here. To get started, you're gonna go from the bottom in. And so while we're sewing this together, let's go ahead and start getting to know our guest a little bit. Whenever I want to hear like good new music, this is one of the first people I go to. She's put me onto so much great music. Can you tell us a little bit of what kind of role music played in your childhood and adolescence, or just even any time before now, to lead up to the kind of taste that you have? Because it's pretty eclectic.
Taste?
Yeah.
Well, I would definitely give a lot of credit to my brother. We're 7 years apart, and he was listening to like a lot of like old school type of like hip hop, like your Diggable Planets and like Pete Rock. And,
all right.
You know, like
classics.
Yeah, whatever he listened to, I was listening to. So I kind of grew up on old school hip hop, old school R&B.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I learned a lot about different types of music when I started making music. So like a lot of the artists that influence me or that I like or you know that I play, I just got onto them like maybe like 5 years ago. I like to study music too, so I just listen to pretty much anything. And definitely selection, such a huge reason why I know so much music, because of all of the music that they play on their shows, all of the different producers and artists that they put on. Like that was definitely a big inspo for me too. One
of the interesting things about selection to me is that they're still not widely known, but some of the artists that they kind of put on are huge now, you know? Yeah,
Adriahnna is a good example. Like Adriahnna, he won Grammys.
Right.
And he started out as like, you know, just being like a SoundCloud producer. So
for real.
And like Selection definitely, they always play his music.
They showed love from the very beginning. That was like, I think they were playing him back in like 2015, 2014. That's when I started listening to Selection. I think that's when it really started to gain traction.
Yeah.
Love Selection.
Yo, I almost cut my finger.
Dang! How's your little spot coming? You got it? Hey! All right. So once you put them all on there, it should look something like this. And again, just to like get the loose ends all together, you're gonna take some of that Gorilla Glue and anything that's kind of sticking out. You don't have to do this, but just to ensure that it doesn't come off, you can just kind of put a little bit more on there. Here's some for you as well. Once you've got it secured in place, you're gonna take your red thread and you're only going to sew from here to here. So we're only going to secure that portion. We're going to do around his head in white for added textural effect. So we're only going from here to here. But one thing that I actually really like about all of your visuals is, man, they're just so colorful and vibrant and kind of quirky. Your photo shoots and stuff are always really interesting. And I just want to know a little bit about like what informs your taste in fashion and what kind of role has fashion played in your life?
I don't really consider myself to be this like trendsetter, like, you know, always coming up with stuff. I honestly just like, you know, I see what's in and then I'm like, oh, that's cute. So I'd be able to do that, you know. Gotcha. I don't have time to think about like clothes. I have so much other stuff to think about. Like, you know, like the way that I look and the clothes that I wear is just like, that's cute, I'm gonna put that together. I don't spend a lot of time like doing that. But in terms of like visuals, photo shoots and stuff like that, I try to just like match whatever the you know, the vibe of the song is. And,
Yeah.
you know, if you like any visuals that I did, it's because I spent countless hours, like, getting that shit to be perfect. Like,
Aw.
you know, so.
Well, we appreciate it, because, man.
I'm glad there is some appreciation because shit, that's shit.
Yeah.
I've been trying to thread this needle for like,
Oh, it's
not happening. But I'm gonna keep trying.
Now we're gonna start threading our little guy. So we're just gonna pick up from here where we picked up with the red one and continue doing the same pattern all around his head. And once you get to this top part of his head, we're just going to put one of these little kinks in there. One of those little hoops. I don't know why I keep calling it a kink, but it's a hoop. All right, anywho, back to your visuals though. What is it that kind of like inspires those visuals? Because the visuals that you did for the promotion of your first EP and then for the music video for No Way Out are just, man, they're stunning. What is it that kind of like gave you those ideas?
Like No Way Out, that was all Brian.
Another very talented local artist we should plug.
Yeah,
yes, definitely.
Brian is very talented, to be honest. I just kind of gave him like an idea. The song is about the first time like I did psychedelics.
Yeah.
So like
the mushroom.
Yes. So I wanted to have some kind of like, you know, kind of trippy, I guess, type of visuals. It's so cliche to say, but like
okay.
I can't think of another word.
And then I guess one of the last things I want to ask you about is, you know, what is like the best musical experience that you've ever had?
I think the best musical experience that I had that wasn't me singing or doing anything was when I saw Herbie Hancock.
Ooh, yeah.
That was crazy. That experience was very different for me. It was at 3 Points in Miami.
Yes.
That, like, honestly, seeing him live, like, honestly changed a lot for me because just being able to see like a legend like in person like that, that was a transformative experience for sure. My own personal music experience, I had a show in Orlando and I'm not from Orlando, I'm from Tampa, so it was I was just received so beautifully and I was not expecting that because I'm not from Orlando. I don't know anybody in Orlando. But it was the Chicken and Beer people.
Yes.
Shout out Chicken and Beer.
Shout out Chicken and Beer.
They had booked me and you too.
Yeah.
So we do music together. I know he's acting like he don't know me, but like, you know, we're best friends.
That was a very good show.
But yeah, like I just have never experienced like people cheering for me like that. That was the first time I was able to experience like, you know, people that probably never even heard of my music before, like actually, like they really enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this.
The last question for us before we finish up our little guy right here is, you know, dream collaborations. Give me some dream collabs for you.
Dream collabs?
Yeah.
That's easy. Okay, Robert Glasper.
Yes.
Robert Glasper, hit me up. You probably never gonna see this, but please. Robert Glasper, Adriahnna.
Yeah.
Yo,
you on a Cater beat, that would go, man, that would go.
Right. Pharrell, 100%. Who else? This is not just the only people, like, but these are the people that I can think of, like right off the top.
Once you finish sewing the little guy, that's what we've been working on this whole time talking. It should come out looking something like this. You want to show us yours? Aw, it's okay. Just remember to put that little kink in there, and the last thing that you have to... Yeah. The last thing that you want to do is you want to take one of these little pieces. This is the piece that I found. You might find a chain, and just kind of link it in there. It's one of those ones that you can just press in like that, and then take the little keychain part, put that up at the top. I'm sure everyone knows how to keychain their keys. And at the very end, you'll have a cute little mushroom guy. Isn't that cute as fuck?
It is cute.
It's cute as fuck.
Mine is like a little...
Aw.
He's a special guy.
No, he's cool. We love him.
This is this guy.
We love him. All right, so before we completely wrap it up, is there anything that you want to plug? Anything that you have coming up? Some stuff, some cool things you want our audience to know about? Projects, shows, travel?
Right now, I'm just really working on trying to meet more people, network with more people, and just kind of make a bigger presence online because that's really important. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah, so I guess just look out for it.
Yeah, look out for
Look
things.
out for some
And give us your socials. Where can people be on the lookout for this stuff?
Most importantly, my music is on all streaming services. So I'm on Spotify, Apple Music. You can buy music on iTunes. I'm also on Bandcamp. And it's NDO, just the letters, nothing special. And you can find me on Instagram at nd.yo. If you find my Instagram, you'll find everything else. So that's like probably the easiest thing to plug.
Her Twitter handle is also her TikTok handle.
Y'all don't need to know about Twitter.
Okay.
Y'all don't need to be seeing that shit.
This has been another installment of Cute as Fuck with Rugawd, the Mushroom Edition with NDO.